in the morning to y'all. What up, what up, what up? Great to see you guys this week. I hope everybody had a safe and fun 4th of July weekend. Let's hear it for America. Happy, billionth birthday. I don't know. 1776. That's like a billion years ago. I think that, right? It is 1776, right? Yeah? Okay. It's funny because, I always try and have, a fake conversation, but acting like I got a producer, which I don't. I really wish I had Wish I had a producer so that they could hand me one of those waters over there. But, hey, whatever. Dude, why does this mic always do this? There we go. We're in business, boys. We are in business. What up, everybody? It's Monday, and it's Monday morning. It's still morning. We got 2 minutes till afternoon. What up? Good to see you guys. Good to see you all made it through the 4th of July weekend without, dying or, blowing a finger off. I'm not a big risk taker, so, I just have my boys do it. We tried lighting off some fireworks, and, and my boy, Shut Vaughn, he tried lighting some, his finger got black. He's like, I'm starting to lose on my fingerprint, man. It was so funny, dude. He's trying to light the fireworks. The flames come back out. He's like, ah! One more time. Ah! Hold up. Oh, I'll find the video. It's so funny. I got a Snapchat. I love that. Is this it? I think this is it. One more time. So, yeah, that's what happens when you give 3 18-year-olds a lighter and fireworks. Dude, did you know that they charge a 6% tax on fireworks? I did not know that. I was like, why is my total so high? I mean, I shouldn't say so high because it was only 72 cents, but I was like, something's fishy there. I checked the receipt, dude. Charged me 6% sales tax, shout out to Michigan. And then on top of that, 6% fireworks fee. I was like, dude, what the heck? Since when is this even a thing? Dude, and another thing, the coolest thing in the world is, because I'm 18, so, I can buy, a little bit of cool stuff, is when the lady behind the counter is like, can I see your ID? I'm like, yes, you can. And that's rare. That's rare because I never have my wallet on me. I never know where my wallet's at. I couldn't find my wallet today. It was in my truck. So that just shows, I don't keep track of my wallet very good. And so when people are like, hey, can I see your ID? I'm like, psh, yes, you can. I feel like the grownest adult in the world. I mean, I am an adult. I should be able to make my own dentist appointments, but that's a different story for a different day. It's so cool. So cool, man. I feel like my father. I feel like a father, honestly. I feel like, my father, my uncle. I feel like everybody who's, above me. I'm like, dude, I'm right there with you guys. I can, I'm obviously not 21, but, if I was, I'd be like, yeah, here's my ID. And I'd feel so cool. So cool, man. It's got a hair in my mouth. Ugh. Yeah, dude. When people ask to see your ID and you hand them your ID, that is the coolest feeling. The only thing about me doing it is I left just my ID in my pants one day, and then I washed them. And so my ID is like a zigzag. So I'm always kind of self-conscious about handing it because I'm like, is this fake? I'm like, no, I just put it in the washer because I'm an idiot. So either way, I'm kind of the dumb one here. But hey, I'm kind of used to it by now. Yeah, but yeah, we tried lighting some fireworks. It was all right. We spent $12 at Meijer, and we got an hour's fun out of it. I was like, that's $1 every 5 minutes. That's not bad at all. Wish Pac and Toast could have been there, but they were off having some good old family time. You always need some good old family time. It was nice. 4th of July weekend. I had to work all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I couldn't go. But my entire family was out of town. I went 3 hours up north to see my grandma. Shout out to my grandma. And so I had the house myself for very minimal time, basically from the time I woke up at noon to the time I left work at 3:30 to the time I got home at 11:30, and then I went to bed an hour later. So I barely even had the house myself. Wish I could have capitalized, but life happens. I think I got the house myself this weekend, but I'll get to that in a second, man. You guys already know I got to get to what's coming up this weekend in a minute. You already know. But, I don't like to get right into it because I like to talk for a little bit because I've always got people on here I I've got to, what's the word? Manage to their expectations and talk about what they want to talk about. But here, when it's just me, I can just say whatever I want. Whatever I want. And so I think that's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. Just like, handing people your ID. It just makes you feel like a man or a woman. Or a woman. If you're 18. If you're 18, you're a girl, you're trying to buy fireworks. So like, can I see your ID? They're like, yep. You're like, okay. It's just, oh man. I wish I could compare it to something. Imagine throwing a perfect game in baseball. I don't know. I've never done that. I threw a no-hitter once. Oh, yeah. Guess what? So I've been having some shoulder problems lately. Haven't been able to throw a baseball since, what day was that? Haven't been able to throw a baseball without pain since Easter. That was the first time I threw, and I was like, oh, what the heck? And, I've been going to physical therapy, got an MRI. What day was that? Thursday. Yeah, that was my sister's birthday. Thursday. I worked out, did some arm bands, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and throw a tennis ball. Threw a tennis ball at a wall. Didn't feel anything. I'm like, okay. Took a baseball, threw it at the wall. Didn't feel anything. First time throwing a baseball in 3 months without pain. Let's hear it for that. Thank you, physical therapy. Woo! I'm back, baby. D3 Lives Matter, baby. Here I come, Olivet. Leave for school in like a month and a week. That's kind of scary. Just kidding. It's kind of sweet. Might be in the room next to Andrew. It's all bad. It's all bad, baby. All bad. Imagine being in the room next to your best friend from high school. In college. Woo, baby. And Rico. Shout out to Rico. Rico never gets talked about in this podcast. He should get talked about a lot more. Rico's the boy from the country. The Algonac, the 248. Or is Algonac 248 or 810? I don't know either. I'm not talking to anybody. Shout out to Rico. Yeah. But yeah, life's crazy, man. Life's moving fast. Life's moving real fast, dude. But before I know it, I'm going to be working for the UFC one day. Just wait on it. Just with this podcast, Dana White's going to see it and be like, this kid knows what he's talking about. He's going to hire me as a reporter. He's going to hire me as a stage manager. He's just going to hire me. Hire me. Dude, I'm like the biggest fan. Like, I've got Fight Pass. I buy the pay-per-views. I got ESPN Plus. I paid $75 for these shorts. $75. I've got the same pair of shorts without the UFC logo. I paid like $8 at TJ Maxx. I paid $67 to have this on here, Dana. Hire me. Hire me. Gosh, I'd be so good at that. Dude, working for the UFC, dude, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even care about showing it. Tell me I got to wake up at 3 in the morning and I got to work till 2:30 in the morning, dude. 23 and a half hour work days. I wouldn't care, dude. Would not care. I would do that in a heartbeat. Give me a job. Give me a job. You know how hard it is growing up, dude? I've always wondered, like, how am I going to get, like, a real job? But, I'm kind of learning here and there now. But Dana White, give me a job, man. Give me a job. Give me a job. Gosh, I'd be so good at this. All I'd have to do is just talk about this. Like, I do this already for fun. And I get paid, like, very minimally. Up to, like, making $5 on this podcast, baby. Let's hear it for sponsorships. Woo! Wait! I gave it a long clap because I like that. Yeah, I don't say it much, but whenever people are like, where are you going? Because I go from my mom's to here, because the studio's, this, is in my dad's, so, I never like, say it because nobody asked, but if somebody's going to ask, like, where you going? I'll be like, to work. They're going to be like, to Jets? Nah, I'm going to make some money on this podcast. Podcasting is my life, bro. Speaking of podcasting, this is my MMA show. I guess we could do it. Brendan Schaub, come on, my guy, dude. My guy B. Schaub got the coronavirus after all that after all the trash he talked. That was the tongue. After all the trash he talked. Jeez, that's a tongue twister, kind of. Not really. He got it. San Antonio, him and Callan did a show, and he ended up with the coronavirus, dude. Come on, man. You can't talk the talk and now walk the walk, B. Schaub. Jeez, you should know this. Remember when he got knocked out by Travis Brown? Dude, if you guys ever listen to his stand-up, dude, it's so horrible. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, all of it is lies. Like, I get that there's, like, some, like, parts of all comedy where it's, like, truth, lie, kind of a lie, bending the truth a lot. But his are just straight up lies, dude. He's like, oh, yeah, I spent all this money at McDonald's as soon as this special comes out and post on Instagram. Never posted it on Instagram. Schaub. I love the dude's my hero, dude. I would take a bullet for that guy. I don't even know him. I think he's taking a bullet for me with all that thickness. Thick Boy Bike Club. Got my Thick Boy Bike Club shirt over there. Love that thing. Paid like $45 for that. Dude, yeah, dude. If we're being honest, I spend a lot of money on UFC podcasting merch. It's bad. It's bad. It's all bad. And then this Saturday, I got to spend $70 on a fight. Dana White, hire me, dude. I've given Dana White like at least $1,500 in my lifetime. Like, come on, bro. Come on. The least you could do is award me with a job. Like you gave some random lady at Best Buy a job. Can't give me a job. She was like, what's the UFC? Who's Dana White? I just fight. But no. He's gonna give her a job, but not me. Give me a job, Dana. Give me a job. But yeah, hope everybody had a happy 4th of July. A lot of fireworks. And that was the best transition I could think of, so I'm sorry. A lot of fireworks. You know what the best part about it is? The fireworks don't stop. They don't stop, man. I mean, like, I'm talking both physically and literally. Because we've got Jorge Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman for the belt this Saturday now. This Saturday, it goes down. Gameeeeebreddd! He's finally... Dude, what is with this mic? It's killing the vibe every time. Gameeeeebreddd, baby. He's getting his shot. But before I say anything else, condolences to Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns liked my tweet, and it made me smile. Gilbert Burns has worked so hard. He's won, 4 fights at welterweight after being just like... He's just a random, fight at lightweight. Goes up to welterweight, and he becomes a title contender. Obliterates Tyron Woodley, dude. You got to feel for Gilbert Burns. I mean, yes, I love Jorge Masvidal. I'm so pumped for him to get this fight. At the same time, I'm like, geez, I wish he didn't have to go at the expense of Gilbert Burns and his team. They've worked so hard to get here. Gilbert, his team, and, he was finally going to get the action he deserves. Fight Island, biggest card of the year, main event, Kamaru Usman, former teammates. It all made perfect sense. And it just sucks that it had to end this way. My condolences to him, as always. I hope he gets better soon. He will, I hope. Or I shouldn't say I hope. He will get better soon. And then from there, I hope he gets a shot against Masvidal next. I hope it's him and Burns next. I think Gilbert would lose that fight, though. I think Gilbert would beat Kamaru, but I think he loses to Masvidal. Styles make fights, man. That's why nobody will ever be the greatest. Like, people will be the greatest, but, like, you can never fully compare two people because it's just based off styles. Like, I think Gaethje's going to beat Khabib. Does that mean that Gaethje's better than Khabib? It's just a bad stylistic matchup. Bad stylistically. But then you've got the greatest of all time. The George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva, John Jones. People who are just perfect or who are well-rounded. That's why they're the greatest of all time. It's going to be hard for people to be like them when you don't have a game like them. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Jorge Masvidal got the call after Gilbert Burns came down with the coronavirus. And here we stand. It's Monday. We got 5 days. 5 days to go. Fight Island, stand up. Oh, Fight Island. Dang it. Fight Island, stand up. It's so awesome, dude. I'm so pumped for this fight. I feel like Gilbert Burns versus Kamaru Usman was a great fight for the hardcore fans. Now, with Masvidal coming in, people are like, just random people are gonna be like, that's the dude I see in SportsCenter all the time with the flying knee. Jorge Masvidal is a superstar. If he beats Kamaru, which I think he will, and he takes the strap, his stock goes crazy, dude. Nobody will ever beat Conor McGregor. Nobody. But if we're being honest, I think Masvidal already is number 2. But if he beats Kamaru, dude, he is solidified at number 2 for the biggest fighters, dude. Biggest fighters. And, dude, if Masvidal comes out with a flying knee knockout, dude, woo! I mean, I don't think that'll happen. Kamaru is actually a good fighter. Somewhat. Other than Ben Askren. That was 1 year ago today, by the way. Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren. 1 year ago today. I remember watching that fight. Watching the fight in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in a hotel room. I'm on the right side of the bed. My dad's on the left side of the bed, asleep. I tried connecting to my Xbox in the room. It wouldn't connect. It was stupid. I'm watching the fight on my phone. My buddy Miles, shout out to Miles, is watching the fight on his phone. My phone's a little bit faster than his for some reason. It's like 11:30 at this point. 11:30, people in the hotel are asleep, like any normal place. I'm like, all right, I think Ashton's gonna win. Because at this point in his career, I was like, I don't know about Masvidal. I don't think he's that good. He's kind of a journeyman, whatever, blah blah blah, here and there. I'm watching the fight. I'm like, all right, here we go. I see him acting all tough. I'm like, all right, whatever. Comes out, runs at him. I blinked at him. He's on the ground. I was like, I did not even know what to think. I didn't even know what to think. I was just like, what? And I screamed in the hotel room. I was like, hold up. I'll reenact it. Oh! And Miles' phone's delayed. So he's just watching it like, huh? Then all of a sudden he goes, oh! I'm like, dude, greatest knockout of all time. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, Gameeeeebreddd. Since then, Masvidal is my number 4 favorite fighter. Number 4. Want to run through my top 5? Conor, Dustin, Cody Garbrandt, Jorge Masvidal, John Jones. That's top 5. Top 5. Top 5. But yeah, Masvidal sent his scale into superstardom right there. And he just hasn't looked back since. He's changed his game so much, dude. Just look at his last 3 wins. Darren Till, who's a beast at he fought him at 170, which I know it's a tough cut for Darren Till, weight cut, blah, 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 whatever. But Darren Till's at 185 now, and he's a win away from a title shot, if we're being honest. If he beats Robert Whittaker, he's getting the next title shot. Except Paulo Costa, but whatever. Ben Askren, say what you want. He was undefeated at the time. Say what you want. Beats bums. Say what you want. I don't care. Undefeated at the time. Nate Diaz, he dominated Nate Diaz. Obliterated Nate Diaz. He won all 3 rounds. Cut Nate Diaz up so bad, doctor stopped it. I rewatched that fight. That fight hurt so bad, dude. I remember watching that. I was so excited. So excited for the fight. And then they're like, it was so anticlimactic, and I hope that they can run that back one day. What I do like about Masvidal, too, is that he said after this fight, as in this fight with Kamaru, once he wins the belt, he wants to run it back with Nate Diaz, or he wants to run it back with Stephen Thompson. And I like what he said about Nate Diaz, too, because he's like, I promised him a rematch, so I'm going to give it to him. He's a man of his word. Shout out to Masvidal, dude. People don't make him people aren't like Masvidal anymore, dude. Nobody will be like Masvidal. He's just too good. Masvidal's just bred different. He comes from a different game. He comes from the Kimbo Slice background in Miami. And what can you say about that, dude? He's built different. But yeah, I'm so excited, dude. So excited. And another thing, I went to UFC 247 in Houston. Shout out to my father. That was my 18th birthday present. Went down to Houston, 247. It was on my birthday. February 7th, I met Jorge Masvidal at Hooters. Shout out to the Hooters girl, especially in the picture. The girl to the far right, if you see this, at KQHA official. That's my Instagram. And then the next day, who did I meet? Jared Cannonier, Brian Ortega, Dustin Poirier, Curtis Blades, Jessica Rose Clark, and Douglas Lima from Bellator. And since then, 2 of them have had fights. They both won. Meaning, all the fighters who I met in Texas, who have fought since, have won. Masvidal's going to continue the streak. I got Masvidal's second round TKO. If you think Kamaru's going to... All right, here's my thing. People are like, Kamaru's just going to out-wrestle him, and he's just going to, it's going to be, a war on the mats for 25 minutes. People don't realize. Do you know who who Jorge's two main training partners have been for this camp? It's been Dustin Poirier, the second best lightweight in the world. Sorry, Justin, you're third. The second best lightweight in the world. And Bo Nickel, I think he's a 4 times national champ? Hold up. Bo Nickel wrestling. I think he was a 4-time national champ. At Penn State. If you wrestle at Penn State, dude, you're automatically a beast. Come on. Gosh, Wikipedia is so garbage. 3-time national champion, 1-time second place. Took second place 1 time. That's a bad season for him. 3-time national champion. And then 3-time Big Ten champion. 1 time took third. Do you know how good you have to be to even wrestle at Penn State? Like, that is unreal. Bo Nickel is insane. If you think Kamaru Usman, who wrestled at D3? I mean, sure, I know there's differences there, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you've got the greatest, or one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Penn State, top level. That's the Alabama football for people who don't know wrestling. That's like Alabama for football. That's like Duke for basketball. And he is a 3-time national champion. And he's training with Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal has gotten the greatest training, the greatest wrestling. I mean, I shouldn't say coach, but the greatest partner. And I mean, I'm sure that at Bo Nickel's training him, they're coaching him too. Like, geez. If I was an MMA fighter, I'd want Bo Nickel to coach me for my wrestling. I quit wrestling. I'm so disappointed, but whatever. Yeah, so if you think that Jorge Masvidal's not ready for Kamaru Usman, the thing about Kamaru too is he was training for Gilbert Burns all camp. All this fight, he's training, fighting Gilbert Burns, right here. Jorge Masvidal hasn't been focused on, what's his name? Jorge Masvidal hasn't been training for a fight in general, but he's been training for Kamaru whenever he does train, because he knows that should be his next fight. And as soon as this fight fell through, he's already got the camp down. He already knows what he's got to do. He's got the best wrestling partner in the world. He's got one of the best boxing partners in the world. I say that Kamaru's definitely going to take him down. He's definitely going to get taken down one way or the other. But I say that Masvidal knocks him out late in the second. I think Masvidal can do it. I think that he's going to knock Kamaru Usman out, and then I don't know what he's going to say. When Masvidal wins this fight, if Masvidal wins this fight, you've got the second biggest star in the UFC, and you've got your biggest star who's in retirement waiting for a big fight. There is no bigger fight. If Masvidal wins this fight, there is no bigger fight than Masvidal versus Conor, dude. That would sell more fights. That would sell more than Nate Conor 3. I guarantee it. And the best part about it, too, is I think that Conor starches Masvidal. Starches. First round knockout. I love Masvidal. He's my 4th favorite fighter. But styles make matchups, dude. And Conor that's just a bad matchup for Masvidal. I think Conor starches him. He doesn't have the power. Or I should say he doesn't have the power, but I feel like Conor's fight IQ, his head movement, his boxing, just like outdoes anything Masvidal does. I love Masvidal. I think he's going to beat Kamaru. I think he's going to be the top of 170. But I think if he ever fights Conor, I think they should do next. If Masvidal wins this fight, when he wins this fight, I think that Conor starches him. That's just my opinion, my humble opinion. Colby Covington wanted this fight also. I am so happy that they didn't give it to him and they gave it to Masvidal instead. I love that fight. Kamaru versus Covington was an instant classic. But, I feel like at this point, Masvidal deserves it more. Sure, it was a close fight. I had it 2-2 going into the 5th in that fight. But I feel like there's no way they could have given it to Covington over Masvidal. If Covington would have taken it, if Masvidal didn't want it, give it to Covington. But Covington taking that fight over Masvidal or getting that fight over Masvidal, it wouldn't have made sense. I'm glad the UFC made the right decision. The rest of the card, Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo. I know I talk about this like every week, but I'm so excited, and I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to recap this card next Monday, dude. I'm so pumped. Like, I'm so pumped already. Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo. Peter Yan, I can't even look at. I can't even like look at his tweets, dude. It's so bad. It's so horrible. It's just it hurts my head. Like seeing what he tweets, it doesn't make any sense. I do think that I think that Peter Yan's a good fighter, but I think that he bases himself off of the Uriah Faber win too much. Sure, he's got wins over Jimmy Rivera, John Dodson, and Uriah Faber. That's good. That's a good lineup right there. Oh, excuse me. But it doesn't compare to what Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo's been up there with the top of the top of the top. He's fought at 145. He's fought Max Holloway twice, fought Connor, Chad Mendez, Ricardo. I think he fought Ricardo Lamas, Jeremy Stevens, Marlon Moraes. Like, I think that when it comes down to it, I think Aldo finishes him in the fourth or the third. When Aldo's got the gas tank, he's got the experience. It's Aldo's gonna win this fight the same reason Dustin beat Dan Hooker. Like, sure, you know, Dan Hooker's a young up-and-coming guy. Peter Yan's a young up-and-coming guy. But you've got the staple, the legend, Dustin Poirier. You got the staple, the legend, Jose Aldo. And, you know, it might look promising in the beginning for the young guy. But as soon as, what the heck? Sorry. But as soon as it, like, gets into play where, like, this is the fight, like, this is a 5-round fight, I think Aldo outsmarts him. I think he knocks him out in the late third or fourth. Late third or early fourth. And then the other title fight, Max and Volkanovski. I had Max winning this fight. I thought he was going to win this fight, take his belt back. I just heard, there's a thing that Max said, I think it was on Ariel Helwani's show, where he did all his training camps, all his training, all his sparring over Zoom for this fight. His first time seeing his coaches was at the airport on the way to, I think, Vegas or Abu Dhabi, one or the other. I think that Volkanovski's been training with, I mean, I shouldn't say he's been training with Dan Hooker, but, you know, if you're trained by the same dude with Dan Hooker, Kai Kara France, Israel Adesanya, who else is at City Kickboxing? City Kickboxing is insane, insanely good. And I think that Volkanovski's gonna win this fight. Now, I don't have a problem with him, but I just think that Max is a good guy. I want to see Max get his belt back. Rest of the card, Paige VanZant, Amanda Ribas. Paige VanZant, I don't know why she fights, dude. She shouldn't fight. Like, come on. She already said she makes more money just promoting things on Instagram because of what she looks like. There's no point in having her, you know, getting punched in the face, risk that, you know. To me, personally, she's going to lose this fight. She'll never fight again. She's kind of annoying. She's really cringy. Austin Vanderford's a beast, Mr. VanZant. I had physical therapy today? It's a Tuesday. Dude, it said Tuesday, and I'm getting charged $25. That's stupid. Anyway, jeez, my mom's gonna be mad. Mom's gonna be mad at me. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, and then Rose and Andrade. Rose was destroying her. Andrade got lucky. Rose is gonna knock her out in the first or second. I hope. I like Thug Rose. Thug Rose! I love when DC says that. Thug Rose, Thug Rose, Thug Rose, Thug Rose, Thug Rose. Ugh. Watch UFC Destined Poirier vs. Hooker 2. That is insane. Like, if you check the end of that fight where you've got Dan Hooker getting carted out, he looks dead. I will be 100% honest. He looks dead. Like, he's laying in the stretcher, going into the ambulance, like, no, his face is all bloody, obviously. He's like, he does not look alive. I feel so bad. Like, it hurts to watch that. And it's insane that he only made 110 for that fight. 110,000 for that fight. It's in, or well, fight of the night, 160,000, I guess. But still, like, you're going home with 160,000. You got to give some to your team. Like, you're probably only making like 125. I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's a ton of money for 25 minutes. But at the same time, if you do that and you, like, that just brought so many more fans to the UFC. And he gets fans from Dustin's fans. And I don't know. I wish UFC would pay a lot more to their fighters. I really do. I hope that Masvidal gets a fat payday. I guarantee, I shouldn't say guarantee, but I really would like to know how much he's making for this fight. 500, 500? Masvidal deserves it. He's going to get, because he's that fight, they're going to get like 300K more buys from just random people. And even if they don't like get a lot more buys, the amount of people who buy the fight, and then they've got people over because they're like, yeah, the dude with the flying knee, the dude with the dude with the flying knee in 5 seconds, that dude he's fighting, I'll come check that out. People are gonna want to see that. People want to see that fight. You want to see Masvidal? It's insane. He's a different Conor. He doesn't have the level that Conor has, but nobody will ever be Conor. Nobody. But he's there. He's right underneath. The only thing is it's like Masvidal is like when you're like in wrestling, like 6 in the state to 1 in the state. Number 1 in the state destroys you, embarrasses you. But if you're 1, you're a beast. You're untouchable. Conor's talk, his fight selling is untouchable. I hope he comes back after Masvidal wins this fight. Excuse me. After Masvidal wins this fight, it needs to be him and Conor. Him and Conor is the fight to make. Not him and Stephen Thompson. I know he wants that. Doesn't make any sense. That fight is so small. Not him and Diaz. He already obliterated Diaz. I mean, sure, if he wants to give it to him down the road, give it to him. But it doesn't make sense to me. So much good stuff. And Microsoft accidentally leaked the beta for UFC 4. And know who the 2 people on the cover are? Jorge Masvidal and Israel Adesanya. Let's hear for those 2. I'm pumped, dude. That game better be better than the third one. Like, the second one was such a good game. The third one is so bad. So bad. So bad. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, I shouldn't have to hit 4 buttons at one time to throw an uppercut. Fix your game, UFC. Fix your game, Dana. I'll make the game. Hire me. Give me a job. Give me a job. But I don't know what else to talk about. So I think that's all. So yeah, we got Fight Island this weekend. You better check that fight out. You better check that card out. If you don't, you're missing out, man. I'm so pumped. You should be pumped too. Even if you're not a fan, I guarantee you see this fight on Instagram, on TV, on Twitter, on all your socials. It's getting everywhere. Random people are going to watch it. Post on the story. The dude with the flying knee. Oh, it's going to be insane. And it's on an island. Sure, it's not like on a beach or anything. It's in a hangar. Point is. Anyway, that's all the time we got for today. Fight Island, baby. Jorge Masvidal's taking it home. He's taking it home, baby. That's all the time we got. Dude, oh my God. That's all the time we got for today. And I'll see you guys next week. Have fun watching the fights this weekend. Stay safe and be nice to each other. That's all.